Welcome back to our channel. You know that old is gold, but these coins that are most valuable. You are lucky if you have one of these. Please watch complete video. Let's start this. Have you ever checked your spare change and wondered if you're sitting on a fortune? Believe it or not, one particular 1982 Washington quarter with a small D mint mark could be worth up to $1.7 million. That's right. A coin you might have in your kitchen drawer or old coin jar could change your life. In today's video, I'll show you why this coin is so valuable, how to spot the rare version, and what you should do before you sell any old coins. The 1982 D Washington quarter was minted in Denver and looks like any ordinary quarter. It features George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. But here's the kicker. In 1982, the US Mint made a huge change. They stopped making uncirculated sets for collectors due to budget cuts. That means most of these coins were released directly into circulation. And over time, they got worn down. Pristine one? Extremely rare. So where does this $1.7 million figure come from? According to online rumors and reports, a specific 1982 D quarter, graded nearly perfect, was either sold or estimated at that value due to an extremely rare minting error. The coin in question was a no mint mark or double die error, or possibly had a dramatic planchet flaw. These types of errors are incredibly rare. When combined with a high grade, let's say MS-67 or MS-68, it becomes a unicorn in the coin world. Not all 1982 D quarters are worth millions, but a high-grade version with the right error just might be. So how can you tell if your 1982 D quarter is valuable? Here are 3 things to check. Look for the small d on the right side of Washington's ponytail. If it's missing or oddly shaped, that could be an error. The closer to mint condition, the better. If it's shiny, has full details, and little wear, you might have something special. Use a magnifier to check for doubling in the words Liberty or In God We Trust, or any striking irregularities. If your coin checks off any of these, do not clean it. That can destroy its value. Just hang on to it and get it appraised. Now let's talk money. A regular, circulated 1982 D quarter is only worth 25 cents. But here's where it gets exciting. $5 to $20, $50, $100 1, $500 3, 000 unique error in MS-68, $10,000 to $100,000 plus or more. That legendary $1.7 million figure. It's an extreme outlier, but it shows what can happen when rarity, condition, and demand collide. Place the coin in a soft cloth or coin flip. Take clear photos front and back. Contact a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Get it graded before trying to sell. You can also check eBay and auction sites like Heritage Auctions to see what similar coins have sold for recently. So, while most 1982 D quarters aren't going to make you a millionaire, it's definitely worth checking your old change jars, sock drawers, and even that coin your uncle gave you years ago. That ordinary-looking quarter could be your retirement bonus in disguise. Don't forget to like this video if you learned something new, and subscribe for more tips on valuable coins and collectibles. And if you think you found something rare, drop a comment below. I'd love to help you figure it out. We're diving into one of the rarest and most valuable coins in U.S. history, the 1965 no-mint mark Washington quarter dollar. Believe it or not, some of these coins are currently worth as much as $1.3 million. So, if you want to find out how to spot this coin, what makes it so special, and what to do if you own one, stay tuned, because this is information you can't afford to miss. Let's start with some background. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American coinage since 1932. Featuring the profile of George Washington on the front, these quarters are everyday coins, or at least they were. But in 1965, something very unusual happened that makes some quarters from that year incredibly valuable today. Normally, quarters carry a mint mark indicating where they were made, D for Denver, S for San Francisco, or no mint mark for Philadelphia. However, in 1965, the U.S. Mint stopped putting mint marks on coins for a few years, including quarters. The 1965 quarters typically have no mint mark, but there's a catch. Some of these no-mint mark quarters were struck with a special error or variety that is extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors and investors. So, what exactly is this no-mint mark 1965 quarter error that can be worth over $1 million? This coin is part of a very limited and unusual batch where the coin's composition and design variations differ from the standard quarters of the time. To understand the rarity, here's the key. The 1965 quarters were the first to switch from 90% silver to a clad composition, meaning they are mostly copper and nickel, no silver. However, some 1965 quarters without a mint mark were mistakenly struck on silver planchets, the metal discs used for coins, or show subtle design differences that experts can identify. These anomalies make the coin unique and extremely rare. Only a handful of these error quarters exist, and collectors will pay top dollar to own one. These rare 1965 no-mint mark Washington quarters have recently sold for astonishing sums, as much as $1.3 million in private sales and auctions. Why so much? Because they are one of the holy grails for coin collectors and investors. If you have a quarter from 1965 without a mint mark, and you suspect it might be this rare variety, it could be worth far more than the 25 cents its face value shows. This isn't just a hobbyist's curiosity. This is serious money. The coin market has exploded recently, and rare coins like this one have proven to be incredible investment pieces. Before you rush to the drawer, here's how you can spot whether your 1965 quarter is this rare error coin. The coin will have no D or S mint mark, meaning it was struck in Philadelphia. But remember, many 1965 quarters have no mint mark, so this alone doesn't make it valuable. The valuable error versions might have been struck on a silver planchet instead of the usual copper-nickel clad. Silver quarters weigh slightly less than clad quarters, about 6.25 grams versus 5.67 grams for clad. Some experts look for slight variations in the coin's design, such as differences in the lettering, spacing, or even the date style. Because these factors can be very subtle, the best step is to get your coin professionally graded and authenticated by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can confirm if your coin is one of these ultra-rare varieties. So, what should you do if you think you might own one of these valuable 1965 no-mint mark Washington quarters? Here's a simple step-by-step guide. Cleaning coins can drastically reduce their value. Keep it as is. Hold the coin by the edges to avoid fingerprints or damage. Take the coin to a trusted coin dealer or professional grader. They will authenticate the coin's rarity and condition. If your coin is confirmed to be valuable, don't rush to sell. Research auction houses or dealers who specialize in rare coins to get the best price. Remember, knowledge is power. Understanding your coin's true value can unlock a financial windfall you never expected. You might be wondering, why do collectors pay so much for a single quarter? There are a few reasons. These coins are extremely rare. Only a handful exist. The 1965 quarter represents a turning point in U.S. coinage, switching from silver to clad. Rare coins have a history of increasing value over time, especially ones like this that make headlines for their high auction prices. For many collectors, owning a piece of history is priceless. So if you do have one, you're not just holding a coin, you're holding a story, a piece of history, and potentially a life-changing asset. To wrap up, if you have old coins, especially Washington quarters from the mid-1960s, take a closer look. That 1965 no-mint mark quarter could be hiding a fortune right in your pocket or drawer. And if you want to learn more about coins like this, how to identify rare errors, and how to maximize your coin's value, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment if you have a coin you want me to help identify or if you've ever sold a rare coin for a great price. And remember, sometimes the smallest things can be worth the most. We dive deep into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today, I've got a story that might just make you check your old coin jar one more time. What if I told you that a humble 1981 P Washington quarter could be worth $1.5 million? Yes, you heard that right. $1.5 million. Introduction to the 1981 P Washington quarter. Let's start with the basics. The 1981 P Washington quarter is part of the classic series minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which uses the P mint mark. Most quarters from this era are common and usually worth just their face value or maybe a little more if they're in uncirculated condition. But there's a rare variant, the one with a specific mint error. That's made headlines recently for selling at jaw-dropping prices. What makes this 1981 P quarter so special? So, what exactly makes this 1981 P quarter so valuable? It's all about rarity and condition. The coin in question is a mint error, a double die obverse or a rare die crack that went unnoticed for decades. These kinds of errors are a coin collector's dream because they are incredibly rare and can't be replicated. Experts have verified that only a handful of these error quarters exist, making them almost impossible to find today. The story behind the $1.5 million valuation. Now, you're probably wondering, how did this quarter get a $1.5 million valuation? It started with a discovery by a collector who bought a seemingly ordinary 1981 quarter at a garage sale for just a few cents. Upon closer inspection and professional grading, it was revealed to be the rare error variety. Since then, it has changed hands among high-end collectors and investors. Recent auctions have pushed the value higher and higher, fueled by rarity, condition, and the excitement of owning a coin that's basically a money-printing machine for collectors. How to identify the valuable 1981 P quarter. So, how can you spot one of these rare 1981 P quarters? Here's what you need to look for: the P mint mark on the coin's front, near George Washington's neck. Look closely for doubling of letters or numbers, especially on the words Liberty and the date 1981. Fine cracks or raised lines that don't belong on a normal quarter. Coins with minimal wear or in mint condition are the most valuable. If you think you have a coin like this, don't guess. Get it professionally graded and authenticated by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. Why now is the time to sell? If you're holding on to old quarters or coins from the early 1980s, now is a great time to get them appraised. The coin market is booming, and collectors are paying top dollar for rare finds. With a valuation as high as $1.5 million for this particular 1981 P quarter, even a coin with less dramatic errors can fetch thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. Tips for selling your valuable coins. Here are some important tips to maximize your profit. Always know what you really have before you sell. Places like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bauer specialize in rare coins. If you get an offer that seems too low, wait or get a second opinion. Keep certification and high-quality photos to prove authenticity. The right buyer will pay a premium for a rare coin. Closing and call to action. So, if you've got old quarters lying around, especially from 1981 with a P mint mark, it's worth a closer look. You might just be sitting on a fortune waiting to be discovered. Don't forget, rare coins like these don't come around often. And $1.5 million is not just a dream. It's a reality for one lucky collector. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin updates, and share your coin finds or questions in the comments below. And who knows, maybe your next treasure is waiting in your pocket change. Do you have a 1982 P Washington quarter lying around? What if I told you one of these coins recently sold for a jaw-dropping $1.5 million? That's right. A simple coin you might find in your pocket change could be worth a small fortune. Coin treasure hunters discover what your old coins are worth. Let's dive into what makes the 1982 P Washington quarter so special. First, some quick background. In 1982, the U.S. Mint was facing a coin shortage and rising metal prices. To cut costs, they stopped producing mint sets that year, which means fewer high-quality uncirculated coins were saved by collectors. On top of that, the coins minted in Philadelphia that year had notoriously weak strikes and poor quality control. Combine that with the fact that no mint sets were available, and you've got the perfect storm. Coins that were used, abused, and forgotten. Show side-by-side comparisons of typical worn 1982 quarters versus one in pristine condition. But here's the kicker. A few rare 1982 P quarters were struck perfectly, what collectors call a full strike or gem condition. These rare survivors, especially in mint state 68 or higher, are what investors and collectors are paying top dollar for. In a stunning auction, one of these elusive 1982 P quarters, graded MS68 Plus by PCGS, sold for $1.50 million. Why so much? Near perfect. Almost no others exist in that grade. Wealthy collectors want the best of the best. This wasn't just a lucky find, it was a unicorn among coins. Show auction footage, dramatic music swell, Screenshots of PCGS grading. This coin broke records and made headlines across the numismatic world. And yes, it came from someone who had it tucked away in a collection for decades. Look for 1982 on the front. Look for a small P on the right side of Washington's neck. That's the Philadelphia Mint mark. Is your coin scratched, dull, or worn? Probably not worth much. But if it's shiny, crisp, and looks almost brand new, get it checked. Pay attention to Washington's hair, the eagle's feathers. If they're fully visible, you might have a winner, which means uncirculated ones are extremely rare. Show how to hold the coin under light using magnifier. If you think you've got a good one, don't clean it. That can ruin its value. Use a trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll verify its authenticity and assign a grade from 1 to 70. Coins graded MS67 and above can sell for thousands, and MS68 plus can hit 6 or even 7 figures. Don't sell it to the first pawn shop that offers you $5. Do your research or talk to a coin dealer with good reviews. And remember, sometimes coins that don't look like much turn out to be hidden treasures. While we're on the topic, here are a few other quarters you should keep an eye out for. Also lacks a mint set, and high-grade examples are worth hundreds. Super rare, worth thousands. Always double-check for double dies or missing elements. Show images of each with price estimates. If you're over 30 and have coins from childhood, grandparents, or even old change jars, it's time to look closely. That 1982 P quarter could be worth more than your car, or even your house. We're talking about this little guy right here, the 1987 P Washington quarter. Some headlines and TikToks claim it could be worth $1.6 million. But is it true? Let's break down the hype, the facts, and the real value behind this coin. Let's start with the basics. The 1987 P Washington quarter was minted in Philadelphia, hence the P Mint mark. Over 582 million of these quarters were produced, so they are anything but rare at first glance. But like with all coins, the devil is in the details. Sometimes, minting errors or extremely well-preserved examples can make even common coins highly valuable. Now, where does the $1.6 million figure come from? The claim went viral after being shared in a few clickbait articles and videos. But here's the truth. There is no official record of any 1987 P quarter selling for $1.6 million at auction or through private sale. In fact, the highest verified price for a 1987 P quarter comes from coins graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. And even those max out at a few $100s, not millions. Here's what to look for. Double die obverse, off-center strikes, clipped planchets MS67, MS68 or better. Sharp details, no wear, original shine. An example in MS67 condition might sell for $200 to $300. An extremely rare MS68 could push $1,000 or more, though that's incredibly rare. Want to know if your 1987 P quarter is worth something? Step 1 is to get it graded. Trusted services include PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. A grading fee might run you $30 to $60, but it's worth it if the coin appears flawless or has a visible minting error. Let's say your quarter is valuable. How do you sell it? Heritage auctions, Stack's Bowers. Only if it's graded and authenticated. They typically pay far below market value. Collectors are looking for rare coins every day. But remember, without grading or proper verification, most 1987 P quarters are worth just 25 cents. So, is your 1987 P Washington quarter worth $1.6 million? Most likely, no. But could it be worth $100, $500, or even $1,000 if it has the right traits? Absolutely. Check your coin. Look for errors. Get it graded. And if it turns out to be a gem, congratulations. You could have a winner. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below if you have a 1987 quarter or any old coins you're curious about. Who knows? Your next trip through the couch cushions could turn up gold. Hey everyone, do you have a pile of old coins collecting dust in a jar or drawer? What if I told you one of them, specifically a 1989 Washington quarter with a tiny D mint mark, could be worth up to $1.6 million today? Astonished face, yeah. You heard that right. In this video, we'll break down what makes this coin so valuable, what to look for, and how you might just be sitting on a small fortune. First, let's go back in time, 1989. The Berlin Wall came down, Game Boy was released, and the US Mint struck hundreds of millions of Washington quarters, including the ones made in Denver, marked with a small D under Washington's neck. Over 896 million of these quarters were minted that year. So why would anyone pay over $1 million for one of them? It turns out, rarity isn't just about quantity. It's about quality, errors, and condition. In 2023, a pristine, error variant 1989 D Washington quarter was auctioned off for a record-breaking $1.6 million. Faced with open mouth, a rare double die error, an off-center strike, and it was graded a mint state 68 plus by PCGS, nearly perfect. That trifecta is incredibly rare. Most 1989 D quarters are only worth face value, but the valuable ones stand out for one or more of these reasons. Think of it like baseball cards. A bent, worn card isn't worth much, but a rare rookie card in mint condition? Jackpot. Okay, now the big question. How do you spot one of these golden quarters? Look under Washington's neck. Double dies, off-center strike, missing letters or die cracks. Shiny, untouched, and no scratches. Think just left the mint. Coins graded by PCGS or NGC hold way more value. A simple magnifying glass can help you spot errors, but if you think you have something special, get it professionally graded. Here's how to sell it right and avoid getting ripped off. First, avoid pawn shops or quick cash sites. They'll give you a fraction of the value. Instead, get it graded by PCGS or NGC. Check recent eBay or Heritage auction sales. Work with a reputable coin dealer or auction house. You could also visit local coin shows. Many dealers are willing to appraise your coin for free. That old change cup might be your ticket to a big payday. Remember, not every 1989 D quarter is worth millions, but knowing what to look for puts you ahead of the game. Drop a comment below if you've found any rare coins, or if you want help identifying one. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more coin hunting tips every week. Hi everyone. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about real money hiding in your pocket change. Today's hot topic: the 1993 D Washington quarter, and the viral claim that one of these coins sold for $1.40 million. Is it true? Is your quarter worth a fortune? Let's dig into the truth and how you can actually spot valuable coins. Stick with me till the end, and I'll show you what really makes a quarter worth thousands or even millions. First, let's talk about the 1993 D quarter itself. It's a standard Washington quarter, minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark on the front, right below the neck of George Washington. Over 639 million of these were minted in 1993. That means most of them are very common and worth face value, just 25 cents. But here's the twist. Some listings online and videos claim one of these is worth $1.40 million. Oh, what's going on? Let's clear up the $1.4 million myth. There is no verified auction, no record from Heritage Auctions or PCGS, showing a 1993 D quarter selling for anything close to that amount. This rumor likely started from misleading websites or clickbait YouTube videos designed to get views, not to give accurate information. Just because a coin is listed for $1.4 million doesn't mean it's sold for that. Always check verified auction results and grading company reports. Now, does that mean the 1993 D quarter is worthless? Not exactly. Here's when your 1993 D quarter could be worth good money. 1. If it's in MS 67 or higher condition. MS stands for mint state, and grading goes from 1 to 70. A coin in MS 67 or better is rare for this year. An MS 67 graded 1993 D quarter can sell for $100 to $300. An MS 68 can fetch over $1,000, but it's extremely rare. If it has an error or variety, there are known errors that increase a coin's value. Double dies, where the image is stamped twice, off-center strikes clipped planchets wrong metal planchets. A rare error could bring in hundreds or even thousands of dollars, but it has to be authenticated. Look for major errors. Does anything look off? Double letters? Cut off edges? Check condition. Coins in near-perfect shape are worth grading. No scratches, no discoloration, sharp edges. Store it safely. If you think it's valuable, don't clean it. Put it in a coin flip or soft pouch. Compare your coin with photos on trusted sites like PCGS.com and Gcoin.com. Heritage auctions. If someone tells you your 1993 D quarter is worth $1 million without seeing it, be cautious. eBay listings asking for huge money without buyers. Coin grading scams. Facebook groups full of misinformation. Only trust reputable coin dealers and certified grading services like PCGS or NGC. Modern coins can be worth a lot, but only with the right error, condition, or rarity. If you're serious about selling coins or finding valuable ones at home, here's what I recommend. Get a magnifier or jeweler's loupe. Sort your change by year and mint mark. Set aside shiny, uncirculated coins. Join online forums or visit a local coin club. Get your coins graded if you think they're rare. So, is your 1993 D quarter worth $1.4 million? Probably not. But if it's in top condition or has an error, it could be worth real money. Subscribe to the channel for more real deal coin facts. No hype, just truth. Like this video if it helped you understand coin values, and leave a comment if you found any weird quarters lately. I'd love to help you check. And don't forget, download my free checklist of 25 valuable coins you might already have. Link is in the description. I'm going to walk you through exactly what makes this quarter so valuable, how to tell if you have the rare one, and what to do if you find one. Whether you're 30 or 70, if you've ever saved your change, this is for you. Let's start with the basics. The 1994 D quarter was minted in Denver, Colorado, hence the D mint mark, located just below the wreath on the reverse side of the coin. In total, about 880 million quarters were struck that year. So naturally, most are worth just 25 cents. But here's the kicker. Among those millions, there are a few incredibly rare error coins, and that's where things get exciting. These rare versions can sell for hundreds, thousands, or, yes, even up to $1.5 million if they meet certain criteria. The record-breaking 1994 D quarter that sold for over $1 million wasn't just rare. It was a near-perfect mint error combined with a flawless condition, graded MS 67 or higher. Here are the 3 key things to check for on your 1994 D quarter. Double die or off-center strike. Check for doubling in the word liberty or the phrase "in God we trust." You'll see ghost-like shadows behind the letters. Off metal strike. Some of these quarters were accidentally struck on a nickel planchet. That's the blank used for nickels instead of quarters. These feel lighter and look slightly different in color. High-grade condition. That $1 million coin was certified MS 67. That means it was nearly flawless, with no scratches, dings, or wear marks. If your coin is shiny, sharp, and looks untouched, it might be worth sending in for grading. Now let's talk real money. A regular 1994 D quarter in your pocket is worth 25 cents. One in near-perfect condition, you're looking at $100 to $300. A certified MS 67 with a rare mint error? That's where the value skyrockets. Recent auction records show values between $5,000 and $15,000 for those. And the most pristine, one-of-a-kind version with extreme rarity? That one sold at a private auction for around $1.5 million. And it could be sitting in your coin jar. Look closely for mint errors and doubling. A regular quarter weighs 5.67 grams. If it's under 5 grams, you might have an off-metal strike. Send it for grading use companies like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate and grade your coin. Contact reputable coin dealers or auction houses, Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, and even eBay if you know what you're doing. Don't try to clean the coin. Just keep it safe, preferably in a coin holder or flip. Cleaning it can drop its value dramatically. Who knew that a simple 1994 D quarter could be worth a small fortune? Now you do. So go check your collection, your piggy bank, even the change in your car cup holder. Comment below if you find one. I'd love to hear your story. Like this video if you learned something new. And don't forget to subscribe for more coin values and rare money discoveries every week. We're diving into why this coin is worth so much, how to spot the rare version, and how you can cash in on hidden treasures in your coin collection. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss more videos about valuable coins that could be sitting right in your pocket change. The 1995 Washington quarter was minted in two locations: Philadelphia, marked with a P, and Denver, marked with a D. While millions were produced, not all coins are created equal. The D Mint mark refers to the Denver Mint. And this is where things get interesting. Close up on a 1995 D Mint mark, most 1995 D quarters are worth face value, just 25 cents. But some ultra-rare versions have flaws, errors, or special characteristics that make them incredibly valuable to collectors. So why did one recently make headlines for selling at over $1.6 million? It was a rare error coin with a combination of double die obverse, pristine mint condition, and full strike detail. These types of errors usually occur during the minting process when a coin is struck more than once or misaligned. Brain collectors go wild for error coins, especially when they are in MS68 condition or higher. That's mint state, almost perfect. Only a handful of such coins are known to exist, which makes them highly desirable. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers have seen these coins spark bidding wars. Look for the D Mint mark right under the motto, "In God We Trust." Check for a doubling on the word Liberty, or Washington's eye and hair. This is called a double die obverse. Examine the coin's condition. Is it shiny? Are there scratches? A coin in MS condition, especially MS65 and above, is worth much more. Weigh your coin. It should weigh around 5.67 grams. Anything far off could be a planchet error, and that's money. Use a 10x magnifying glass and compare your coin to certified images from PCGS or NGC. Here's what you do next. Get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This confirms authenticity and condition. Never clean your coin. That actually lowers its value. Take your time to research auction results or contact a certified coin dealer. Some people walk into a shop with a pocket full of change and walk out with thousands. Others go through their childhood piggy banks and find literal treasure. Up to $7,000 over $6,000, up to $35,000. The key is errors, mint condition, and rarity. Old coins are more than pocket change. They could be life-changing. So check your drawers, your car cup holders, and your old piggy banks. You just might be sitting on $1 million treasure. We're diving deep into the story behind this incredibly rare coin, how to spot it, why it's worth so much, and how you could possibly sell yours for thousands or even more. First, let's talk basics. The 1997 P Washington Quarter is part of the standard Washington Quarter series, featuring President George Washington on the front. The P Mint mark under the motto, "In God We Trust," means it was minted in Philadelphia. Over 595 million of these were made that year. So why is one of them suddenly worth over $1 million? Well, the key isn't just the date or mint mark. It's all about rare minting errors and condition. And when those two come together, you've got gold, figuratively speaking. So, what makes this particular 1997 P quarter worth $1.6 million? It was a high-grade mint error coin, likely a double die or off-center strike, combined with an extremely rare pristine condition, graded MS68 or higher by a top-tier grading service like PCGS or NGC. For collectors, that combination is like hitting the jackpot. According to recent auction reports, this specific quarter sold privately through a collector's network for around $1.6 million. That's the highest known value for a modern Washington quarter. So how can you tell if your 1997 P quarter might be special? Double dies, off-center strikes, missing elements, clipped planchets. The coin should look nearly flawless. Look at the hair, eagle feathers, lettering. Are they crisp and deep? No scratches, dullness, or worn edges. Only coins certified by PCGS or NGC can hit top dollar. Here's what to do next. Always by the edges, preferably with gloves. Cleaning coins destroys value instantly. Check for visible errors. Use trusted sites like PCGS, NGC, or Heritage Auctions to look at high-value examples. Send it to a certified coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Heritage Auctions, Stax Bowers. eBay, but be cautious of scams and underpricing. Good for fast sales, but usually offer less. Great for networking with serious buyers. Best for rare, high-ticket coins. Network through dealers or coin communities. Most 1997 P quarters are just 25 cents, but a select few are worth life-changing money. Take a moment to check your stash. You never know what might be sitting right in front of you. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell so you don't miss out on more valuable coin tips and rare finds. Your next big discovery might be just one coin away.